Spears, and I'm a professional speaker. A lot of people want to know how it is that I happen to venture into this kind of profession, and I think it really goes back to when I was 7 years old. My parents threw us in the car and said, we're going to take a 2-week vacation to California. We're going to go to Disneyland, we're going to go to the beach, we're going to go to Universal Studios. But out of everything that I remember about that trip was that my mom got tickets for us to go to an in-studio taping of a game show. Now, if you've ever been to an in-studio taping, before they start taping the show, they have a comedian come out to warm up the crowd. So this guy came out and he did about 10 or 15 minutes, and after about 15 minutes, he'd kind of run out of material. So he asked if anybody in the audience had a joke that they wanted to share. Well, I threw my hand up like this, and my sisters looked at my mom and rolled their eyes and said, please don't let her get up. And he came over and he handed me the microphone. I stood up and I told my joke. Now, I don't remember what the joke was. I don't even remember the punchline. But what I do remember was when I was finished talking, there was a resounding roar of applause. There was an old guy in the audience that said, give her some money. And the comedian pulled a $10 bill out of his pocket. It was at that moment I thought, you can get paid to do this kind of stuff. Usually at home I got chastised for talking all the time. And it was in that moment that I realized that there was something that I could do. I had a talent of getting up in front of people and inspiring them, motivating them, making them laugh and have a good time. And I grew up to be someone who could be a professional speaker. As your speaker, my job is to not just entertain you. I want to educate you on how to be a better communicator in your life, both professionally and personally. And I also want to liberate you from doing the things that have been holding you back from being as successful as you can be.
I went to school on a debate scholarship that UIL gave me for all those weekends that I spent in Greyhound buses traveling from city to city in high schools across Texas when all those kids were at home and had no idea that we had come into town and we were in their schools having debate tournaments and speech tournaments, and it sent me to school and it paid for my college, and I want to pass it on. And I think maybe you're here too because you believe in the value of an education and the doors that it can still open for young girls. And so that's why we've chosen to give our donation tonight to the Denton Public Schools Foundation. And yeah. We're not going to raise $1 million tonight, but I want you to keep coming back every year. Because as this moves forward and as this becomes what I have in my head and what I see this as and what I lay in bed at night and think about, one of these days we're going to get to the point that you're going to come and I'm going to have Micah at Alpha Graphics make me a big giant check. And we're going to hand that big giant check to the Denton Education Foundation for scholarships for girls. This is going to become something big because I just know it is. I think we manifest our own destiny, and that's what I'm going to do. And I appreciate you so much for being here tonight to help us do that.
I'm a professional storyteller, and my job is to help you be a great storyteller too, because I believe that professionally our success really comes down to our ability to communicate and share our story with people in a way that it resonates and it makes them want to be a part of what it is that we have to sell. That may be selling a product or a service or selling ourselves as maybe speakers or consultants or anything it is that you do. If you can't tell your story in a way that it resonates with people, it doesn't matter how good you are at what you do.
I first met Libby through her website, which was an interesting place to meet somebody and absolutely fall in love with them, and I did. It was obvious from what she said on her website that she is a complete individual and somebody that you want to know. And I've been around her at chamber events. I witnessed one of her speeches on how to be sticky, which sounds kind of fun, but it was really very pertinent to me as far as my business on how to be memorable when speaking to people.
For the chamber, she's also done, she's taught our Smart Business 101 series. She's taught, I think, 2 or 3 of those workshops, and she has been the most popular speaker that we've had. She is amazing, and from that moment that I spoke to her when she came into my office, I knew she was going to be fantastic, and she's proven it. I mean, you're right, rock star.
Yeah, definite rock star.
And her, never.
Never, ever boring or put you to sleep or make you get your phone out. Never. That's a plus.
It's a no
Bonus.
phone zone.
No phone zone. Absolutely.
Libby,
Bravo.